Trade your Hellcord for a G-Wagon. I mean, hey, they're all some pretty nice vehicles, pretty luxurious, but let me know in the comments if I should trade the Hellcord for a Mercedes G-Wagon. I asked you to ask me anything you would like for a video, and some of y'all really asked some interesting questions to say the least. 0 to 60 estimate. Now, even though I haven't actually been able to time my 0 to 60, I'm definitely running in the twos. Like, the Hellcat swap on their cord, it's crazy. It's really fast, so definitely in the twos. Swap it to a V12. You know, the funny thing about this question is back in the day, I joked about that. I joked about swapping a twin-turbo V10 from a Lamborghini into this Honda, which it did get like a lot of views, but definitely not as much as the Hellcat swap. So if you haven't seen that, you might have to go back and watch it sometime later. After finishing watching this entire video, let me kill your springs for you. No, I will get some coilovers soon enough. It's just for now, it's gonna be a monster truck. Okay, just chill out. It's your Honda Accord 2007. It is not. It's a 2004, and you can tell from the taillights right here. It's the pre-facelift. The facelift, which is the 2007, has more light. It looks like a triangle for the taillights. Keep the V6 and twin turbo. I could do that, but I like the Hellcat engine for now, so I'm probably going to keep this in for a little bit. But the V12, I mean, maybe I do have to actually swap a V12 in this. Keep the J series in supercharged or nitrous. Again, I don't really want to mess with the J series right now, just because it's like it's a cool engine, don't get me wrong, but a Hellcat engine and other engines are just funner to play around with, and people rather see a Hellcat engine than a Honda versus a J series that's just modded, even though it would still be cool. I would lower your car, get some spacers, get a Hellcat red-eye wrap, etc. Well, actually, I was considering about getting like one of those huge like Hellcat logo decals on the side of the car. Probably not this side because this already has a badge, but I also was thinking about getting another badge just like this and put it on the other side. I'm still not sure about any of this, but the Hellcat badge on the other side, that will probably happen. The decal I really want to do, but I can't find a good affordable one because the only one I saw was like $500. Is it hard to drift or do donuts? Now, I don't know if he's talking about back when I had the V6 or the Hellcat engine. Now, when I have the Hellcat engine, of course, it's it's easy to like lose control and like get it to burn rubber and shit, but of course you could imagine that it's not the easiest to control in those situations. Back when I did have the V6, when I was doing like the donuts and drifting, so if you saw the one in the rain, like my first drift ever, I know a lot of people call it a power slide or whatever you want to say, but either way, I held a pretty nasty angle for a second in a front-wheel drive car. Now, it's no longer front-wheel drive, so that's another reason why it's so easy to do drifts and donuts and all that fun stuff in the Hellcord. But with the V6, it was a little difficult, I'm not gonna lie, but me being the professional I am, I can pull anything off. A video of you doing a burnout. It was an old one when it had a V6. How do I become a car guy? Well, there's no exact way to become a car guy, like no test or anything, but if you really like cars and preferably modifying cars, then you could classify yourself as a car guy. Which LS exactly, and are you supercharging or turbocharging? Well, I was talking about potentially throwing an LS in here because why not? The one I was initially thinking about was the LS1, but now I'm really leaning towards the LS3, so it will probably be the LS3. And at first, I'm not gonna do anything too crazy to it, probably just have it canned and everything, like a lot less horsepower than what this has right here. And then in the future, when I want to start to build some power for it again, I'll probably supercharge it just because I already have a supercharged V8, so might as well get another one. Your car is very cool. Thank you. Front wheel drive for real? Okay, let me clear this up right here because there's a lot of confusion on what this car actually is in terms of what drivetrain it has. This is rear wheel drive now, okay? Back when I completed the initial Hellcat swap, I did some really crazy shit to keep your front wheel drive. You don't even want to know how it happened because 3 days after that, the transmission blew. It was a terrible mess. And then 3 months later, finally fixed it and converted to rear wheel drive. And of course, it was front wheel drive back when you had the V6. But now, it is rear wheel drive. What LS would you put in the Hellcord? Like I said, I'm really leaning towards LS3 at the moment. What tires does the Bugatti Accord run? Okay, listen. I don't know if he's being for real or not. Some people might have actually believed or thought like I was actually trying to fool people. That was clearly a joke. So for all the goofies who said, oh, it's fake, it's fake. Of course it's fake. There's not a W16 engine in this little hood. Like what? Hellcord versus Helltimo. I was talking to him and we would be down to actually run it, but he's in a whole different country. So it's just not gonna happen anytime soon. I have a Honda Accord V6 3.0 2006 model with the J30 series engine. I want its radiator. Do you have it? I do not have another radiator for that right now. What gave you the idea for the Hellcord? Well, it all started when I put underglow on this stock V6 Accord way back in the day. My friends were making some TikToks at the time, just little generic car TikToks, and I started to do that. And then after a little bit, I transformed into actually trying to make content for real very shortly after that. Took it pretty serious, started to make the Lamborghini jokes, and it somehow led into me being a menace with my normal stock V6 Accord, doing drifts and burnouts and abusing the car without even realizing how bad I was like actually like messing up the car. And then it somehow led into a real Hellcat swap. Now if you want to know like the whole origins of how all that happened, I made a full video discussing that, and it's on screen right now, so all you gotta do is click and go watch it.